Believe it or not, Piers Morgan recently responded to the likes of Tommy Robinson after Tommy called out Piers Morgan in a recent interview that he did with Ezra Levant. I think it was a day after he got out of prison. He went on Ezra Levant's show and literally ripped Piers Morgan a new one. And I guess Piers Morgan is looking forward to having a conversation with Tommy. Now, personally, I'm actually really looking forward to the conversation because, number one, I think it's going to be great content. And number two, it'd be good to see Piers Morgan really eat his words and watch Tommy Robinson wipe the floor with Piers yet again, because we already know what happened the last time. Tommy pretty much demolished Piers Morgan, and Piers has held a grudge ever since and has lied through the skin of his teeth since he got humiliated by Tommy Robinson. And I mean, damn well right. I think one person that we know can do a real good job of humiliating Piers Morgan, not only is Piers Morgan himself, but also Tommy Robinson. Of late, Piers Morgan needs a lot of help in, telling the truth, because he's not very good at it. And that's why we have the likes of Tommy Robinson there to actually help set records straight and tell the truth. Because Piers Morgan doesn't even know how to do it. Even if he asks for the truth, he still doesn't like the truth. Before we get into everything that Piers Morgan said or Tommy Robinson said, I want to point something out to each and every one of you. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while, you know where I stand. I haven't changed my values, my beliefs. They have always remained consistent, steadfast, and I always try and maintain that I am searching, or I am trying to lead you guys towards the truth found in the Bible. And I'm not afraid to call out anyone. That is, if they're a Christian or not. If they say something that is against the Bible, or if they defend something they shouldn't even be defending, I will call it out, because that's what I do on this show. I call out things that, number one, aren't in line with the Bible, Christian or not. I think because I am a Christian, it is a lot harder, because you get people all the time that will comment, say, you're a Christian. How dare you judge? How dare you criticize another Christian? The Bible says, judge not, lest ye be judged. The Bible says, don't do this. But you know what Jesus did all the time? I'm not saying that I'm Jesus at all. So please don't get me wrong by saying that I am trying to follow the Bible. Jesus called out the Pharisees and the Sadducees for sin all the time, things that they did that were wrong. And he gave us the Bible so that we could pretty much try and lead the life that Christ lived accordingly. And if I see something that a Christian does that has a massive platform that isn't in line with what the Bible says, and that Christian who has a massive platform is leading people astray, it is the responsibility of another Christian to call that out, to bring that to the person's attention in love. That's exactly what I did in the last video that I made about Charlie Kirk. And one thing that I noticed that was really interesting, and I lost quite a few followers about this, fair enough. But one thing I noticed that was very, very interesting is this tribal-like behavior that many Christians that love the man, they love the man and they will overlook what that man did because they love the man so much. They couldn't care less about calling out or criticizing what that person did because, well, the weights, that person has done so much good for society. And that still is true. But in this moment, we need to call out and condemn an action that who knows whether or not he was doing it. Don't really know his entire intention. But one thing is very, very clear. He did the wrong thing. Because according to the Bible clearly states you should not be defending sin. Jesus never defended sin. He called sin out. Doesn't matter if they are your friend or not. And I saw so many Christians, those that called themselves Christian, right, defend a homosexual man in depravity. Couldn't care less about the depravity, I'll have you know, defended the man because he's a good journalist. should never have defended the man to begin with. Doesn't matter if he's your friend. And I pointed this out in the video. Not the right time, not the right person, should never have done it. No Christian should ever have been defending somebody for their action just because they are a good journalist, and not even call out the sin, not even have the guts to call out the sin. That being what he was doing. Not calling that disgusting. And that was what my whole video was about, but people missed it. They missed it. They focused more on the title of the video than actually the context and the content in the video that I was making. And if you would have watched it, you would have realized, oh, Jay's actually, yes, he's calling Charlie out, but for good reason. Jay is actually in love, trying to do something that Christ does to us all the time. This is not an easy space. And look, I understand. I'm not responsible for what anyone says. Okay? I've been given this platform. It's enormous weight and responsibility. I'm trying my best. But one thing I'm never going to do is compromise on my values or my beliefs. If Matt Walsh can call out Glenn Greenwald and see the depravity and the debauchery that Glenn Greenwald is involved in and not defend Glenn Greenwald, why did Charlie Kirk? That should make you think, because both of them claim to be a Christian, and both of them, I know Matt Walsh is Catholic and Charlie Kirk is something else, not sure what, but it was very, very interesting to see. Very tribal, isn't it? I'm not asking you guys to follow me because you like me as a person. I hope that, yes, if you do like me, fantastic. I'm not asking anyone to defend me. I would hope that you would defend the truth. That's more important. I have always stated that from the very beginning. Follow the truth, defend the truth. It's exactly what Tommy Robinson does. He went to solitary confinement, prison, for defending the truth. And when you come up against bullies like Piers Morgan, for example, that lie and twist the actual truth, yes, it is our job to call it out. Anyway, let's get on to the Tommy Robinson responding to Piers Morgan. So Tommy Robinson puts this up, or he's responding to Avi Yemeni going, Piers Morgan would sell his mother for clicks. And that's probably very true, to be honest with you. And Tommy responds going, soon as I finished with my upcoming documentary, which he's got coming up, then had some time with my family, I will work on setting a few records straight with Piers Morgan. And here's what Piers Morgan says. I look forward to the interview. Now, we all know Piers Morgan's style of gutter journalism. We all know what's probably going to happen, because if someone disagrees with Piers Morgan, he goes after you. He won't let you speak. That's exactly what he did recently with Natasha Herdstorff with the Israel and terrorist debate that went on. It's just times have changed so much and people have changed a lot. But I'm thankful that God hasn't changed. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I am doing my very best as well to remain true to what I know to be true. And doesn't matter if I lose followers or not. Doesn't matter if I gain a lot. I couldn't care less. I really can't, because at the end of the day, I've got to live with what I did. Not what you guys did, but what I did. What did I say? Did I live the truth? Did I do what I knew to be right at the time? Even though it was difficult, even though it was hard. Did I live a life that was right in God's eyes? Did I follow the Bible? And when I knew something wasn't right, did I call it out and not just let it slide just because they call themselves a Christian? There's a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing. If you guys haven't seen any of my videos, you know that I call it out all the time. And I'd expect the same thing if I was wrong according to the Bible. And if you guys can show me, I'd hope to be humble enough to admit that I'm wrong. Anyway, that's enough from me. Appreciate your support. Thank you guys for watching. You guys take care. Be blessed. And I'll see you all in the next video.